Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
George Kambosos is too strong for Devin the Dream Haney. Look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And according to Ray Boom Boom Mancini, former world champion, he's come out and stated that George Kambosos Jr. is just too strong for Devin Haney. He states, and I quote, "I just think that Kambosos is eventually too strong and overwhelms Devin Haney. I'm not saying he knocks him out. I think he wins pretty decisively. And again, I haven't seen enough of them. I've only seen Kambosos one time. Haney, I haven't seen a full fight, but I've seen enough." He also goes on to state, "I don't think Haney has the firepower to keep Kambosos off of him. If Teofimo didn't, I don't think Haney is going to be able to. But Haney can box. He's a real good boxer." Now look, if you didn't even see a full fight of Devin Haney, but you're already making an assumption, you've only seen one fight of Kambosos and you're already making an assumption, that doesn't give you their full body of work. It simply doesn't. It doesn't really tell you who they are as a fighter, watching one fight or half of a fight of a guy. I mean, let's break it down even more. First of all, just because Teofimo could not keep George Kambosos off of him doesn't mean Devin Haney can't. And here's why. Because Teofimo Lopez had no defense in that fight. He was defensively deficient. I mean, the guy defense was garbage truck juice. He got dropped by George Kambosos Jr., but that doesn't mean Devin Haney will. That doesn't make George Kambosos elite power puncher because Teofimo Lopez got dropped. Because if you have no defense, if you're constantly getting hit, eventually you're going to hit the canvas. Nobody's going to sit up there and take shot after shot. George Kambosos was landing at will against Teofimo Lopez because Teofimo defense was awful. His defense was awful. This ain't the first time we've seen him have a garbage defense. We've seen this before. Now, on the other hand, you're saying that, you believe that he'll eventually overwhelm Devin Haney. Now, here's the interesting thing about that. To overwhelm Devin Haney, he has to get past his defense. And Devin Haney has a great defense. George Kambosos has never fought anybody at this level defensively in his entire career. This will be new for him. He's never fought anybody with Devin Haney's speed. This will be new for him. And Devin Haney's never been knocked out or knocked down, so you're talking about like he's going to overwhelm him, like we've seen Devin Haney overwhelm before. You make it make sense. At the end of the day, George Kambosos is a good fighter. He's a solid fighter, but he's far from an elite fighter. Once again, people are overrating George Kambosos Jr. Even the numbers don't lie when it comes to this. You see that Devin Haney sports a higher knockout percentage than George Kambosos Jr., and yet he's fought better competition on a regular basis. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.